into what we're doing for tonight. Now, we've been asking you to do your field questions. By now, everybody should have their field questions, without a doubt. You should have those questions. You should have those questions that you are going to be asking your customers. You're going to be asking your customers or potential customers, preferably potential customers. Okay? You should have those questions. You should make an effort between now and I would say this weekend, by the end of the week, to complete that process of getting those questions out to your customers. So today is Tuesday. Make an effort to get those questions answered by Friday. Get them answered by Friday, okay? Now, once you have those questions answered, all right? So you should have your questions. If you don't have your questions, don't go to sleep tonight without doing your questions. Once you have your questions, get with your customers. Do your interviews. And then this is what you're going to do, okay? You are going to present your fieldwork like this. It's a very short PowerPoint, only about 7 slides, okay? Very, very short presentation. You're going to present your fieldwork, just your fieldwork in this slide, in these slides, okay? Nothing else. What is it that you're going to do? Okay, let me go over this thoroughly. This is your fieldwork, your market research. What you're going to do, I'm going to send you this slide again. I had sent it pretty much, but I'll send it again by itself. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to, one, you're going to say what is the initial problem. When you started out, this is the problem statement that you had. This is what you said the customer was experiencing. You write that there in that slide, okay? Customer problem. What you're going to do next is put what you present as an initial solution. So you're saying this is the customer problem. You're saying I have the solution, or I think I have the solution. This is the solution to that problem. That's what you're doing. Now, this is where your presentation comes in of what you found out. You spoke to your customers and you are going to present your findings. Now, how are you going to present your findings? You can use graphs. You can use pictures. You can use words. Remember, in a PowerPoint, you don't want to crowd it with too much words. So what did you find out? What are some of the key things that you found out when you talked to your customers? Was it exactly what you thought? Did what they say, solidify what you thought the problem was? What is it that you found out? Maybe what you found out was something different from what you thought, or you found out some additional information. In addition to what you thought, there was something else that the customer expressed. You want to list what you found out, whatever you found out. Remember, I had asked you in speaking to your customer to provide and share some evidence that you actually did this work. This could be picture, if you want to share a short video, etc., right? This is to verify that you did do some kind of field work, right? Again, you're sharing the evidence. This might take you 2 or 3 slides. And then you're going to capture, right? Based on what you found out from your customers there. Is there any changes that you are going to be making to your solution, to your product, your services? Is there any value you're adding? Is there any value you're taking out because the customer said that was not important? What are those changes that you're going to be making, if any. If you find that you're not going to make any change at all, then say so. And you can simply make a statement to the effect that the customer pain, the problem, and your solution matched perfectly. And as such, you will not need to make any modifications. But chances are, if you did this really well, customers will give you some valuable information that you might not think about. Let's say you're offering 3 sizes of your product and the customer say, you know, I travel a lot and I would like to take it with me, but I can't take it because it's in 10 ounces and on the plane I can only take 6 ounces and I would love to just have it in my makeup bag. What the customer is saying is that there is a need for a 6 ounce. So are you going to consider now offering a smaller version of your product? The customer might make comments regarding your labeling. The customer might make comments concerning your packaging. What is it that the customer said? And how will this influence the change, the final product that you end up with? How will it influence the final product? Fair enough? And so basically that is all that we are asking you to do when it comes to putting together your findings. For those of you who just joined us, let me just quickly go back over this. Your findings. By now, you should have your questions. Not going to go back over that. You should have your questions. Between now and Friday, you should be asking those questions to your customers, whether you're calling them on the phone, whether you're going out there, whether you're doing an electronic survey. How is it that you're going to get to them? Go ahead and find them. Once they answer those questions for you, then you need to do a small presentation. And this is due over the weekend. By Saturday, you should be sending this to me. Your field work, and you're going to say, what was the problem you are solving? What is the solution that you propose to your customers in order to solve their pain? What was that solution? And what is it that you found out based on discussion with your customers? Now, find creative ways to display and bring across your information. I don't expect to see slides with just words, and some more words to share with my panel, all right? I want to ensure that your information is clear and it's presented in a way that is attractive and easy to understand. State what it is you found out. Based on what you found out, then you are also going to say what are the changes that you are going to make to your product or your services based on the customer feedback. And that is all that you need to do for that particular activity. This is how you're going to present your findings. Okay? Any question regarding presenting your findings? It's separate. There's nobody in the waiting room, sorry. Okay, no problem. Yes, thanks. So this is how you're going to present your findings. Is that clear? Is there anybody who is not sure what to do? Okay. I'm sorry, Mystery, I did not see you in the waiting room. I'm going to go over it one last time for those who just got in. Okay. All right, what we're doing is presenting your findings. Your findings are based on what the customer said when you interviewed them about your product or services. There are basically 6 to 7 slides in which you will present your findings. This is due by Saturday of this week, by Saturday. So between now and Friday, Saturday morning, you should be out there trying to get this information from your customers. When you're presenting your findings, you will start off by saying what was the problem that you were solving. You're going to say what is the solution that you came up with. And then you're going to document your findings. What were your customers saying? Key things that your customers were saying, okay? And then you're going to finally say if there are any changes you're going to make to your solutions or to your value proposition based on what the customers are saying to you. That's all you need to do for that submission. That's all. Is that clear for everyone? All right. I'm not going back there, right? Go do your question, present your findings. Okay, good. Step one, that's the first thing we're covering tonight. How to submit your findings. Now, we're moving towards your final PowerPoint presentation. As I said to you, all of the information I've been asking you to get together is leading towards that presentation that will make up a part of your pitch. Why I say a part of your pitch? What you submit will have more information than you will use for your pitch. What you need to do after you've submitted all of that information on your PowerPoint and all those slides, what you need to do is go back in for your own self. Don't share that with us. Go back in and decide what information can I condense, what can I take out, what do I need to share, what is it that the judges want to hear. I'm going to help you prepare for the pitch. We're going to revise. We're going to do some rehearsals. I'm going to do individual calls to each of you so that you prepare. I don't want you to feel, man, somebody else is hearing my pitch. So over the 2 weeks leading to the pitch, I'm going to be working with you individually, all right, to get that pitch fine-tuned. That is part of what I must do. Good. So what are we doing now? We're looking at what is going into that PowerPoint that you will submit for the judges to review. First PowerPoint is your findings from your survey. The second PowerPoint is this, sorry, let me stop sharing this one, is the one that we've been working through since we met, okay? This one is still shared, okay. Let me start here. Okay, as I go along, if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me and ask. Okay, I'm going to update this. We have at least 2 more meetings in order to finalize what it is that we need to do. So this is your PowerPoint that you're going to be presenting, submitting. This is how you will submit all of that information you've been collecting. It's going to be in a PowerPoint, nicely presented for the judges to look at. Okay, I've shared this template with you. If you don't have it, let me know. I'm going to share it again. Okay, you will have a table of content. You will have a table of content. For this first page, you can have your logo. You could put whatever you want here. Okay. And then you need a table of content. And this is what your table of content will have, okay? Now, you're going to, again, identify the problem. You're identifying the problem that you're tackling. We covered this already. This is your problem statement. Everybody should have a good problem statement by now. This was one of the first things that we did. Your problem statement. Then your customer segment. We did this already. Briefly describe your customer segment. These are the different segments. I have elderly who are so and so, wheelchair bound. I have talk about your customer segment. Again, how are you going to present this in a way that will capture? Remember, you want to be able to The people who do video and graphics will tell you that pictures sell, graphics sell, presentation is very important, all right? Then you're going to have your value proposition. So far, all I've asked you to do is to list your values in order of importance to your customers. What I want you to work on is a value statement, something that will capture those maybe top 3 values that you said, or if you can capture all of those values in a statement, right? We produce fresh, delicious, whatever, right? Nutritious. Make sure it's not redundant. It's not unnecessarily long. So all of those good things that you say your product does, you want to make it into a statement, all right? This is an example, just an example. Fresh pizza in less than 30 minutes or it's free. From this statement, you can see what are the values that this product is offering. It's fresh, it's quick, right? And there's a guarantee. Fresh, quick, and there's a guarantee that if it's not quick, it's going to be free. These are the values they're offering. But instead of just listing them like we've been doing, you make them into a statement. This is where you get creative with your product, right? Again, these are some of the things that I can assist you with in guiding you through the statement. Okay, like I said, as I'm going along, if there's anything that's not clear for you, we are looking at 2 PowerPoint, Myron. The first one I went out was just your marketing survey. This PowerPoint that I'm on right now is actually your pitch PowerPoint. But what I was saying, what you submit to the judges, you want to look at it again so that when you are pitching, because you're not going to submit your pitch to the judges, you're submitting this PowerPoint, more than likely it's going to have maybe 16, 17 slides, what you're submitting. You have 5 minutes to present. You're not going to be able to present 17 slides. So you have to find out for yourself, what are those key information that I definitely want to get across. The reality is that some people don't even use PowerPoint. They don't even use a PowerPoint when they are doing their pitch. It's not mandatory that you use a PowerPoint, okay? You can decide what is another way that I want to get my information across. It does not have to be a PowerPoint. Yes, Ms. Priscilla?
I just have a question, Ms. Charlotte. The pitch will be around 5 minutes, right? And then the PowerPoint presentation will be separate. So we'll submit the presentation first, and then if we qualify, then we'll do the pitch.
Yes. However, everybody is right now preparing as if though all of us will pitch. All right, that's the goal.
Okay.
So put your head in the mind, put yourself in the mind frame that I'm getting ready to pitch. Okay. Because all of what we're doing is leading up to that pitch. But yes, so to answer your question directly, all of this that I'm talking about needs to be in by the 15th. It means this weekend you have some work to do. You have some work to do. By the 15th, all of this needs to be in so that the judges can start looking at them, because it will only be a small window, right? And then we will have like 7 days to really prepare for your pitch. And that is why I'm saying we're not waiting for those 7 days to start preparing. Everything we're doing from now on is preparing you for that pitch. Okay? We're not waiting. Correct? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. All right. So, like I said, just in my opinion, the way I see it, to be honest with you, I believe everybody might get the opportunity to pitch. Based on the fact that some people seem to have gone missing, I've been trying to communicate with them. Yeah. We're conducting research on a minimum of 10 persons. The reality is the requirement for the project is only 10. If you can reach more people, it's better for you, for your business, right? You are going to get valuable feedback that you can use as you move forward. The requirement for this project is only 10, okay? Good. All right, so here you have your value. We move along. And then after that, you're going to list the attribute, the 3 main attributes or feature of the solution. And this is now, you see, this one is your statement. This one, you can carry on with those things that we said before, right? Those values you were putting on. I can't remember some of them that you've submitted, right? Health benefits, whatever they were, you can list those, right? You can list those. The suggestion is that you can use pictures and will help to explain your solution, right? And then the next thing you want to do is to look at your distribution channels, your sale route, your distribution, your key customer relationship. We talked about this the last time we met. Your sales route, right? I even gave you some examples, okay, of how you can present this information. These are examples of how you can present this information, or you can use a nice little, graphic. I believe that if you're not tech savvy, you're not somebody who is able to design a PowerPoint, get somebody to help you. Or not use a PowerPoint, none at all for your final presentation, if you can't get somebody to help you. Because appearance does matter. It does matter. All right. So you're going to cover your sales route and your channel, your customer relationship. I'm going to skip through that. This is just some examples that we used the last time. I added those to the slide. They don't belong in there. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do, which you should have already been doing, was looking at your competitors and your positioning. So your values, your competitors' values, right? Who are those competitors? What are some of the values and what are some of their values? And again, ask yourself, how will I present this? What is the best way for me to present this? And then you present it in such a way that you're showing that you understand the competition. And not only that you understand the competition, but this is the area, or these are the areas where I have out my competition. Whatever it is. I am closer to, I am giving them the lowest price. My bread is, is fluffier. I don't know, whatever it is that you are doing that's different from the competition, right? We offer sliced bread instead of just whole bread. I don't know. Make sure that you're showing clearly here that this is my advantage that I have over the competition. This is the advantage that I have. Okay, good. Moving along. These are just some things that I had added for emphasis the last time. Now, where it has key operation details, what I want you to do, right? I've seen some people are just listing some details here. I want you to do your value chain. Where it says key operation detail, do your value chain. This is going to get you far more points than just listing what are some of the key activities that you do. List your value chain. Some of the key activities that you do is still going to pop up in the value chain. But this value chain gives the judges an opportunity to look at your entire operation and see where those values are added along this chain. So do your value chain. Again, what is that value chain? Your operation from start to finish. You're doing a product or a service. What is considered when we look at your inbound logistics for a service provider? Your design, your storage, what are the features that you're designing? You have to consider how are you going to get your business off the ground. This is key when it comes to inbound logistics. Who are those people that you're buying your products and services from? Who are those suppliers that are key to your operations, right? What is the quality that you're looking for? Okay? What influences those decisions? You want to think this through. Yes, Miss Benefilia. Go ahead.
Good night. Good night. This is Benephilia. I'm just saying we're working together.
No problem. Sure.
Reference with your value chain. It could be it doesn't have to be similar like this, or we just have to add on.
You don't have to look like this.
Okay, thanks.
I say I've been information. Doesn't have to look like this. Does have to have those areas, right? And it has to be clear. Inbound logistics or design, you know, and then operations. This is what's going on. Are you operating from your home? You could say something like home-based bakery, right? Open, or you have a storefront. You want to indicate that you have a storefront. Your operation can also be that what you're doing in terms of the production itself. So your operation is we bake fresh goods baked daily is a part of your operation. You want to describe in keywords. You don't want to be writing a whole paragraph, right? So few words, few keywords about your operation. What really goes on? What's going on there? Okay. This could be your printing of materials in terms of somebody who had books, in terms of people who are dealing with hair care products and manufacturing of hair care products. Once you have all the raw materials from your inbound logistics, what happens there? How do you put this together, right? So that whole bottling operation, what does it look like? What are some of the key things that you do there in that operation? Has somebody had their hand up again? Sorry. No? Okay. Yes.
And this
Go
well
ahead.
understand. Thank you.
Okay.
Understand.
Good.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? And then your outbound logistics. How are you getting your products to the market? Not how are you marketing, you know. How are you getting your products to the market? Okay? Outbound logistics. So I have window sales. I stand up in front of how are you getting your products to the market? Very key. How are you getting your products or services to the market? How are you delivering these to your customers? Okay. And then marketing and sales. Again, up to the top, we had your sales route, etc. So you can just capture that here. What are your marketing and sales? What goes on there? Okay, what are key things that you're doing? And then the services are those after sales services that you offer. So how are you getting feedback from your customers once you've made the sale? Because you can't stop at just making the sale. How are you getting feedback? How are you following up to see if they want more, if they enjoyed the product, if they like the service, right? That's the after sales services. And you want to capture all of that in your value chain. So this is what you're going to do as opposed to your key operations. Okay? Your value chain. Good. Any questions? Okay, we explained value chain. We went into that. You have all of this information. I gave you some examples of the value chain. Don't worry about this as yet. We still, at the next time we meet, we're looking at cash flow. I see some people already attempted the cash flow. Wonderful. This is not my biggest concern yet. This is going to be what we're doing the next time we meet. Okay? Now, you can still do this though. Even though we're not looking at finances as yet, you can start hammering away at this. Describe how you will spend the resources. Now, when you're doing your investment plan, and I'm going to email you a copy of what the investment plan looks like, because it needs to have phases. Your investment has to have phases. What are the first things you're going to be doing? What are the other things? And it has to have timelines as well. Timelines. The timelines will influence the distribution of the funds to you if you are successful at the end of the project. All right? It will influence the distribution of the funds. So your investment plan has to have a timeline. Don't limit your investment plan to only the $10,000. It's okay for you to indicate what other investments you are making in the business. It doesn't have to be cash. It can be kind, can be labor. It can be that you are putting your land into the thing. You're using your own warehouse, whatever. You want to show that you are also investing in this enterprise. I will send you a template as soon as we hang up the call tonight. You can work on your investment plan. All right. And hand in hand with your investment plan, you're explaining how you're going to use the resources. Okay. Your team. Who is working with you? Is it solely you? And if it's solely you, that's fine. But you want to be able to demonstrate that you have the skills and the experience in order to facilitate, run this business, this operation. What gives you an advantage, right? For some people, it's because they have the experience. If I say I'm going to make bread, what experience do I have in this? I better demonstrate that I learned to make bread because my mommy always to make bread and I sit down around my party, watch for 10 years. And what is my experience? It has to be that maybe it was a family tradition that I am carrying on. How is it that I came about this, right? Because you can't be experimenting and expecting that you can put your product out there. There has to be some level of expertise. And if you don't have it, somebody in the team needs to have this expertise. All right. And that is basically going to be the end of what you present. Not quite yet. Okay. So 2 things you're going to submit. The next thing you have to do, and somebody had been asking about this already. I guess they're there already in that, what you're going to do is also what is known as your business model canvas. Now, the reason I was not making any fuss about this is when you look at what you have done already, you don't do your canvas. You just not put it together yet. You don't do this. This is, can you see this? Is it clear? Okay. This is a snapshot of everything in that PowerPoint. A snapshot. At a glance, the judges will be able to look at your business model canvas and they will be able to determine whether you have a viable business. This is an example of the canvas. I'll share a template with you that you are just going to fill in, save, and send back. Kelly's Lemonade Stand. And you notice up here, they have a tagline, refreshing lemonade. That's one of the values, right? There are several sections that you will need to fill in. Let's go through them one by one. Your key partners. Already, I had asked you to think about this. In her case, her key partners are the municipalities. And why is it the municipalities? Probably because she gets permission to use the park, right? So that's a key partner for her because it dictates her location. Who are your key partners when you are doing your business? Now, your key partners are not your business partners, as in the people where you and them in a business together, like your other partners. Your key partners are those people outside of your organization who help to make business happen. So let's, for example, say you are running I'm trying to think of one of your businesses, right? We have Lab to You, for example. Lab to You. A key partner would be, let's say, the children's home. Your key partners would be maybe the hospitals. They're key partners because they help to make your business possible. They help to make your business possible. So who are some key partners when it comes to your business? The second one is the key activities. You go back to your value chain and you pull out some of those key things that you are doing in terms of your business. Look at Kelly's. Kelly is making lemonade. She is marketing those lemonades and she is selling those lemonades. Those are very key to the success of her lemonade stand. She understands that she has to make the lemonade, and then a key thing that is for her is letting people know she's available, and then she needs to get those sales up. Okay? What is her value? Again, this is her value statement. Cold tasting natural lemonade on the go. You already have this. What is the relationship she's going to have with her customer? What is the relationship that she is going to have with her customer? And so we see that the relationship that she's going to have with her customer is that she is going to have a personal relationship with her customer. That means she's going to have that transactional one-on-one. They're going to come and buy and sell, etc. Right? Who are her customer segments? Customer segment are the people who come to the park. Okay, so list your segments there. What are the key resources that fuel her operation? She needs ingredients, salespeople. She needs boots and equipment. Okay, these are the key resources that she needs. How is she marketing her product? Channels. What are the channels? The sales route we talk about on channels. She basically is selling out of her booth, and she also have a website. Cost structure. Now, these are the things that you spend money on the most. Where is it that what's costing you in your operation? Where are you spending money? She's spending on equipment, on flyers, on ingredients, on sales commissions. This is where she's spending the money. And then where is money coming in from? Money is coming from tips. It's coming from lemonade sales. These are her revenue streams. Again, you have all this information. When I give you the template, all you need to do is slap in the information, save it, and you are good to go. So this is something that you will also submit and will be submitted to the judges. It's a snapshot of your business. A snapshot of your business. It's a business model canvas. Any questions regarding the business model canvas? This is not hard to do. Again, like I said, my suggestion to you is to take some time this weekend, give up your weekend, and say, this weekend, I'm going to focus on getting all of my stuff done. I believe if you dedicate a good 4 or 5 hours to your project, it should be enough to get you a good draft, that I can give you some feedback on. Okay? Any questions there?
Would like you to kindly go over the first submission that will be submitted this Saturday.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to stop this. Right now, I'm trying to stop share. My computer is freezing up a little. Just a second. 1 second, please. You're talking about the questions that you're going to submit?
Yeah, the fieldwork questions.
Okay, did you, Zoom is not responding. Wait for the program. Did you log in late?